Now's your last chance to pick up a Guide to Burning Leaves from Mr. Store, so let's take a look at how it works and whether it fits your needs. Once you use a Guide to Burning Leaves, it creates your pile of burning leaves in the campsite. The leaf pile is a store that uses its own unique currency, inflammable leaves. Fun fact, inflammable has the same meaning as flammable. Leaves are earned in fights with a base drop rate of 0 to 1 per fight. You can increase this drop rate in 4 ways. Equip the rake on your offhand, tiny rake on your familiar, use the distilled resin potion, or have the flaming leafcutter ant as your active familiar. Distilled resin is a nice set it and forget it way to collect more leaves, but has a bootstrapping problem at the beginning of your ascension since you won't have 50 leaves available for purchase. This isn't a problem in Aftercore where you can run the buff indefinitely. My recommendation is to use the other leaf drop boosting methods, offhand, familiar equip, or familiar, until you can afford your first distilled resin. After that, you should be able to buy items from the leaf pile every day of your run. Let's take a look at the options. You can choose between 3 leaf monsters for your 5 possible free fights per day. The flaming leaflet is your basic free fight. The flaming leaflet only drops leaves, so not as many as it costs to buy the fight. Still, this is the cheapest option at 11 leaves. 111 leaves buys you a fight with the flaming monstera. The flaming monstera drops leaves in a size 3 awesome quality food. 666 leaves buys you a fight with the leviathan. The leviathan drops leaves in the flaming leaf crown that grants cold resist, hot damage, increased stats from fights, and PvP fights and adventures if worn during rollover. The flaming crown can be a nice piece of equipment for hardcore runs. You also have the option to save up to 3 out of your 5 free fights each day using the Lit Leaf Lasso. Using this combat item during leaf monster fights creates a tied-up version of the monster that you can use later or buy and sell in the mall. You can fight each tied-up monster type, Leaflet, Monstera, and Leviathan, once per day to increase your total daily free leaf monster fights to 8. The Atomic Bomb can be used from inventory to get a prismatic damage buff that lasts 25 turns, or used in combat against non-bosses to take away almost half the enemy's hit points. It can be good to have around if you're running a lot of monster level in run and having trouble surviving hits. The next 3 items all disappear at the end of the day. The Impromptu Torch has hot damage and increases muscle stats gained from fights. The Flaming Fig Leaf gives cold resistance and increases moxie stats gained from fights. And the Smoldering Drape increases all base attributes by 20% and increases mysticality stats gained from fights. These can be a good choice to power level or to beat Ascension Elemental or stat tests. The Autumnal Aegis has the 3rd best damage absorption in the game, according to the wiki, along with so-so resistance to all elements. This can help you get more points at Megalo City in the 8-bit realm to get your digital key faster, or just help general survivability. The Forest Canopy Bed can be added to your campsite dwelling to get 5 extra free rests. This is a must-have for owners of the Cinco de Mayo item of the month, since you can force an extra non-combat each day of your run. Everyone else will enjoy the healing from free rests. I always get the Forest Canopy Bed on the first day of my run. The Atomic Bomb grants so-so resistance to all elements for 30 turns. This can be useful for survivability or elemental tests. The Day Shortener can be made once per day and used at the cost of 5 turns to create extra time. Extra time grants 5 turns, decreasing to 3, and then 1 turn for subsequent extra times, used for a maximum of 3 extra times per day. Since I can only make 1 day shortener per day, I make one every day of my run and throughout Aftercore. I never know what to do with my extra adventures before I ascend, so this is a nice way to use them up and either sell them or use them myself later on. Coping Juice changes your avatar to have red flames, and the Superheated Leaf gives you a tattoo. All of the items you can buy at the leaf pile are tradable and available in the mall. So how does a Guide to Burning Leaves measure up? I rate it 3 out of 5 stars for quality of life. While a little fiddly to keep accumulating leaves, several of the leaf items make runs easier to survive and enjoy. Item or meat farmers will mostly use the free fights, so I rate it 2 out of 5 stars for that purpose. The Flaming Leaf Crown grants PvP fights at rollover, but takes a lot of leaves to get, and several of the items raise elemental resistance or stats for the minigames. I rate it 2 out of 5 stars for PvP. While several of the items help survivability, none directly saves turns from a run, so I also rate it 2 out of 5 stars for speedrunners. Hope this helps you decide if you should pick one up.